Hi, it's Kelly, also known as the Sunshine Crafter, Kelly Fusco. This is just a quick video I've been meaning to do on glue, but not any glue in particular, the multimedia mat. This is a very popular glue amongst crafters and creators, and I gotta be honest, I'm a big fan. Love multimedia mat. What I do is I buy them in these jars rather, and I transfer them into these glue bottles. This was empty glue bottle, and this is a little Quill bottle that I just refill. This is for fine gluing in fine areas. It's got a fine tip, and then the other one here is just for regular glue applications. Both are multimedia matte. They're in there. I buy it off Amazon. I'll have the links below. And I just use a syringe. I will show you. You can get these at any drugstore. Obviously, ask them for a syringe without a needle. Take the cap off, draw it up, squeeze it in. Make sure you clean it well. You can probably get a few, refill everything at once, because eventually it will just harden up and you won't be able to use it anymore. But you can definitely use it for a while before it stops working. But these are so cheap. You can get these anywhere. I mean, it's, the drugstore or whatnot. Okay, so that's that. Now, this one, as you can see, this is Liquitex. This is matte gel. I've been looking at this for a while, and I said to myself, I wonder if this has the same properties as this. Now, this is a 3.8 ounce jar. This one is 8 ounces. Now, this is obviously at Hobby Lobby for $16.99. And as you may or may not know, they have a 40% off coupon. So let's see, 17 and a half is, oh gosh, as you can see, math is not my suit. So it'd be $8.50. No, that's 50% off. So it'd be like $9.50, $10 for this. Okay. Amazon also sells this for about $10 and change. Now, it's a little bit more than this, but you're getting more than double the amount. This is 3.8 ounces. This is 8. So you're getting two plus of these. It's more than double the amount, and it's cheaper. Well, it's just a little bit more. Now, see, when I bought this off Amazon, I paid like $10 and change for it. Amazon prices fluctuate. They go up, they go down. Best thing to do is keep it in your cart if you don't need it right away, if it's at a higher price point, and eventually you'll get notifications. Just check your cart periodically that, items in your cart prices have gone down, decreased, or increased, or whatnot. So I also found this, now get this, I found this at Michael's for $15.99, and many times Michael's has 50% off coupons. Now, having said that, you can get it even cheaper for $8. Well, let's see, 15, half of $7.50. So if you have a 50% off coupon and you want to get this, you can get it for $7.50. And this puppy will last you a long time. All right, now let's get to the comparison. So when I saw this at Hobby Lobby, I wanted to try and compare. I wanted to use it for a while before I did my review, because obviously I'm not getting paid by these companies. I'm just doing the review so fellow crafters, creators can maybe benefit from this video. Okay, let's move on. So I'm going to be comparing the two, and I think you're going to be shocked by the results, because I certainly was. All right, I also wanted to say, look, I put my Liquitex matte gel in one of these bottles, just like my multimedia matte, and this one. As you can see, this one's a little whiter. You see, it's more white and bright than the multimedia matte. Multimedia matte is a little more yellowy, I want to say. It's not as bright. It's white and it dries clear, but it's not as bright as this. So I thought, because this was brighter, that it wouldn't dry as well. Watch how these dry. Yeah, okay. I'm getting excited because it's shocking. I like doing these reviews because, let's face it, making cards and crafting and supplies are not cheap. They're expensive. So if this can help somebody save money, like I'm saving money, then even if one person benefits from it, it's worth me doing this video. That's how I see it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love Ranger products. I'm a big fan. But when it comes to the glue, you got to save some money here. You know, it's just glue. You know, it's not like a stamp or die cuts that you're going to see. So it's just glue. All right. Now, yeah, people also use these to put on top of their canvases and things like that for, what's the word? Multimedia projects and things like that. I don't use it for that. I just use it for glue. Okay, so let's move on. Let me keep these guys separate. Now, I noticed both products come out the same. They don't, one's not more blobby, one's not more smooth. They come out equally the same. I'm going to do it on black cardstock and white, and then I'm going to smear it so you can see how they dry, you know, if they have a shine or not when they're dry. So this is the Liquitex. I'm sorry, my thing is my thing isn't full. I gotta refill it. As you can see, these guys are pretty squeezed out. I gotta fill these puppies too. So I should have made sure this was ready to go. All right, here we go. All right, there's the Liquitex. I'm gonna keep this upside down. I need one of those holders, you know, to keep the glue bottles upside down. I have one over here, but it's off camera, so you can't see it. But so for now, I'll just keep it like that. Whatever. Okay, now we're going to do the multimedia mat. Again, I got to fill these up. I use these all the time. All right, I had to pause it for a second. My daughter was calling me. Okay, so here's the multimedia mat. All right, as you can see, just like they are in the bottle, the multimedia mat is a little bit lighter. This is looks to be more opaque. However, when they dry, it's a completely different ball game. Let's let those dry. Now we're going to do it on white. Same thing. All right, now I'm going to do, I'm going to do a smear with my finger on the white and the black, because otherwise it'll take forever to dry. So let me just do this one too. Hold on. Multimedia matte. Multimedia matte. That one came out a little bit more. So to be fair, I'm just going to remove a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to smear it with my finger. Don't mind my hands, they're a mess. I had an argument with a pigment pad, and the pigment pad won. All right, so my fingers are all inky. So I'm just going to smear that just so it dries quickly. All right, now I'm going to wipe my hand. To be fair, I'm going to dry it, because I want everything to be a fair playing field, fair comparison. Dry that, smear that too. Clean my finger, dry it, just wiping it on my shorts, very professional, right? All right, now here's the multimedia mat. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely, see, it's, feels thinner. It feels thinner. That's what I notice. It seems to be less opaque and definitely thinner. But the results, again, hang tight. Now this one, I didn't put much on here, so. But you can definitely feel the difference. Yeah, the multimedia mat is definitely, yeah, thinner is the best word for it. Okay. Now, I want to show you. Look at that. It's dry already, and you can't even see any shine. A little bit right there because it's still wet. But it's completely undetectable. I mean, well, if you look slightly, but you can tell something was there, but it's completely matte. There is no shine. Fantastic results. So even though it's more opaque and thicker, dries completely clear. Fantastic. Now here's the black cardstock. By the way, all the cardstock is the same. Now this one, on the black, you can see, well, it's still a little, is it wet? No, it's pretty good. You can see, oh man, I got a cat hair. Cats. You can see a little bit where the glue was, but again, it dried matte very nicely. I'm going to pause the video for a while and let these guys dry, and then I'll come back and show you how those strips dried on their own. It's going to take a little while, but now going over to the multimedia matte, look, there's a complete sheen there. Look at that. Look at the difference. So even though the multimedia matte was less opaque and thinner, it definitely leaves more of a sheen. So even though it says to be matte, it's not as undetectable as the Liquitex. You see? Look at that. Isn't that incredible? I hope you can see this on camera. I'm trying to shine it in the light so you can see. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, I'll take photographs and I'll have them at the end of this video so you can see better. All right, now the white cardstock, same results. Literally, you can't even see where the Liquitex went on, but the multimedia matte, you can see it's like a light shine. So even though people say, oh, multimedia matte dries clear, yeah, it dries clear, but if you tilt it in the light, you can see a shine. But the Liquitex, tilt it in the light, no shine at all. None whatsoever. So there's something to be said for that. Now, that being said, this is cheaper by a long shot. Results are better. So this is more popular because it's Ranger, but I haven't seen anybody using this. Again, this is used primarily to seal projects, canvases, whatnot, multimedia projects, but I wanted to try to see if I can use it as a glue. Now, one more comparison I want to do. I'm going to glue two pieces of cardstock together and see how strong they are, because that's important, right? You want to make sure, because this is a strong glue. You want to make sure it's just as strong, otherwise it's kind of pointless. Hang tight, let me grab another piece of cardstock. All right, so I got my little pieces here. And also I want to mention that when you put the glue, even though this is thicker, or pure, it seems like a little bit, yeah, definitely thicker, it comes out perfect. Now I'll use it for this example so you can see. Again, this is Liquitex, and I gotta fill it so because I use it a lot. All right, so I'm just gonna put some on this piece here. I'll make a S for Sunshine Crafter. I'll make sure it's about, see how nice it comes out fine. This was attached to the bottle at one point, but I always rip it, it always breaks. So anyway, you could also take it off and just stick it on there if if you're afraid you're gonna lose it. So there's another option there. Okay, so I'm gonna make an S. I'm going to put these together. Press it down like you would any other project. Let that dry. Now let's move on to the multimedia matte. An S again for a Sunshine Crafter. Oh, hold on. Okay, I want to mention that maybe because this is thinner, the multimedia matte, sometimes it clogs. This one clogged once in a while, and I haven't had this one clog yet though. Oh, okay. So here we go. Back to the multimedia matte. An S with the same thickness. Say I had the same cap before. Same thickness as the other one. Now I'm going to glue this. Press it down like I did before. Oh, slid. And see, I think because it's thinner, it slides more. The multimedia matte. I don't know. I mean, it might be beneficial to, people who use, what's the word? If they're using this to seal projects and, using it for, protection purposes, smearing it out may be beneficial that it's thinner. However, this review is primarily using it for glue purposes only. I'm not saying one is better than the other to use it for multimedia projects. I don't know. That's not my thing. I'm reviewing this solely for glue purposes and properties only. That's it. So being that this is thinner could be beneficial for a multimedia artist, I don't know. But when it comes to glue, it's sliding around. I guess maybe I have a little more wiggle room with this because it is slippery. But this one is a little thicker. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So this hasn't been sitting as long, so I'm going to give it a little bit longer because I did this one first. But let's take a look and see how strong it is. This, by the way, this cardstock is 110 pounds. See, it's pretty strong. Look, see? Yep. Strong. Now this one I'm going to give a little bit longer because, again, I did this one first. But I've done this before. I wanted to compare before I made this video. I found them to be equally as strong. I've used this to Liquitex to apply gems to projects. Haven't had a problem. And, adhering other items. And I've never had a problem with its strength. All right, this should be about as equal time. Let's see. Say same thing, just as strong. So again, I recommend the Liquitex because it's cheaper. It doesn't have as much shine as the multimedia matte. It's like literally matte. This one says matte, but it really isn't quite matte, is it? It has a little bit of a shine. So, and see now this is starting to dry, and it's going to dry clear. And like I said, I'll come back when this is dry and finish off this video. So I'm going to pause it for now, and we'll come back and I'll show you how those pieces dried, in case that's important to you. I'm not sure. But I want to do a full review on how these glues dry. But the smearing, Liquitex, hands down, you can't even compare. It smoked the multimedia matte as far as being truly matte and disappearing on your project. This one wins by a long shot. Okay, that's it for now. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, now this is the end results. This was the Liquitex, that thick stripe that I put down there. You can still see it, but it's not shiny. And again, remember, it was a thick layer I put on there. Let me just remove the cat hair. The joys of being a cat mama. Okay, so here's the white one. Now here's the multimedia matte. Okay, see, it dried, but it's shiny. You see, it amazes me that this matte product is still shiny. Can you see it in the light there? Look at this one. See, you can really see it notice it on the black, the difference between the two. So that concludes my review on these two products. So again, this product is also good to mix colors in. watercolor. I mean, there's so many things you can do with both products. You can mix in colors and spread them on different things, multimedia projects and things like that. But again, I said it before, primarily this video was for the purpose of glue only. So this one wins, hands down, no questions asked, for results and also for cost. And it's easy to get. I mean, if you have a 50% off coupon, go to Michael's, get it for $15.99, $16, get it for $8. $8 for 8 ounces. This is $10 for 3.8 ounces. I mean, you know. Okay, so enough said. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'll be sure to get back to you. And I will have both products linked below if you're interested, for you know, if you want to check those out. And that's it, folks. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope this review was helpful. And don't forget, stay happy, stay healthy, stay crafty.